Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. Aside from anticipation for the Bad Batch Season 3, it's been a pretty quiet time for the rumour and the news mill, and I was hesitant to make yet another video about the Rey movie, but that seems to be pretty much all that's being spoken about. Daisy Ridley's been doing a press tour for Sometimes I Think About Dying, but a new interview really caught my attention. I'm honestly very encouraged by the way Daisy Ridley's been so candid and so honest in her responses, knowing how to handle very baity questions, but also defending Star Wars fans, understanding the integrity of this franchise, what it means to so many people, relating to some of those frustrations, and yet again she's done the same thing on the Josh Horowitz podcast. As you're gonna see, Daisy admits the truth about how discourse changed after episode 8, and the reason I find this encouraging is if Daisy understands this, and she's only had some good things to say about the story for Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy's film, maybe there is hope yet. She might be trying to suggest the new Jedi Order movie might be more in line with what fans were looking for. But while she is critical of episode 8, she was kind of surprised at the fan reaction to the Rise of Skywalker, saying it was quite upsetting. She said you don't want people to feel like you've not served the thing they're a fan of. She took it very personally, wondering if her own performance as Rey was one of the reasons for some of the backlash. It really wasn't. The actors were just there to work with what they were given. It was the writing and the direction that was the problem. But here's what's so great about Daisy. We're so used to PR responses from various cast and crew, but as always, she's keeping it $150, right out with it. She doesn't conceal the truth, she doesn't try to take a middle ground, she just comes out and says, Rian Johnson's movie, The Last Jedi, was super divisive. It was responsible for the decline in interest in this era, but I think Daisy was very surprised episode 9 was as well. She does clarify though, reviews and fan responses didn't change how she feels about them. She loves all three, but she admits it was after Rian Johnson's film, the fandom became more divided than ever before. Now it might come as a surprise to some that Daisy was surprised by the backlash from episode 9, and I do believe that is due to internal dialogue at Lucasfilm. They were trying to move away so much from Rian Johnson's vision. Even when you rewatch the episode 9 behind the scenes, J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio were so confident they were making something that fans would love, which is why they figured doing more fanfare would be the solution. Dialogue in the fandom after 2017 was so coarse that I think in preparation for the Rise of Skywalker they figured, by steering clear of many of the controversial decisions of episode 8, everyone would love it, and so they didn't see the backlash coming when it did. The irony is that there are many fans who now in retrospect see episode 9 as the film that committed more sins, because some argue at least episode 8 tried to take risks. The reaction kind of surprised Daisy. Something else Daisy brings up during this discussion is the kiss with Ben Solo, and she admits there is a version of that scene where the two do not kiss, and she was unsure which one they were going to use in the final cut. But she says this, "You could call a kiss 1,000 things, but I felt it was a goodbye. And the whole scene felt so emotional. I was saying goodbye to the job." But sometime between 2026 and 2027, Daisy is back.